Adi, before you start, can you also just give us a couple lines about who you are, what inspired you?
So my name's Adi. I grew up in Cambridge, down the block that way for the first half of my life. Been in the Boston area for most of my life, moved back recently from DC. Actually first heard about SubDrift in DC, performed at SubDrift a couple times there. Super stoked to see it happening here. Anything else you want to know? Yes, no, maybe? Anything else you want to know? Alright, so yeah, that's who I am, and y'all are here, which is awesome. I'm really excited to be part of this. Gonna mix things up with a little bit of spoken word, some activist themed kind of stuff. How much time do I have? Right on, sister. 7? Okay, I can do a few in that time. So this poem doesn't have a title. It's about love and activism and changing the world, very lofty stuff. If you have a suggestion for a title, let me know. Staring across the great divide, I look to the transcendent sky above and wonder sometimes if all our problems could just be solved with a little love. If only. But then I snap myself awake. No, this is reality, a reflection of our imperfect and twisted humanity, and though I aspire and desire to inspire, I find myself sinking into quagmire, and I expire. But again, we snap ourselves awake. The chains that bind give way and break, and while our hearts still beat and our souls still meet, we'll come together in spirit and go dancing in the street, and with peace signs and raised fists, we resist. Then we pick up the pieces of dreams shattered and build a bridge. So yeah, you have suggestions for a title for that one, let me know. So this next one I'll bust out. Any of you heard of Martin Espada? Yes, no, maybe? A couple of you. So he's a Puerto Rican poet, I believe. And so he wrote this poem called Imagine the Angels of Bread, which I discovered in the wake of Arizona passing its anti-immigrant law a couple of years back. And so, you know, it really resonated. It's kind of about how the oppressed and the downtrodden will one day have their day in the sun. So this is Imagine the Angels of Bread. This is the year that squatters evict landlords, gazing like admirals over the rail of the roof deck or levitating hands in praise of steam in the shower. This is the year. The year that shawled refugees deport judges who stare at the floor and their swollen feet as files are stamped with the names of their destination. This is the year. The year that police revolvers stove hot blister the fingers of raging cops and nightsticks shatter in the palms of their hands. This is the year. The year that the dark-skinned men lynched a century ago return to sip coffee quietly with the apologizing descendants of their executioners. This is the year that those who swim the border's undertow and shiver in boxcars are greeted with trumpets and drums at the first railroad crossing on the other side. This is the year that the hands that pluck tomatoes from the vine uproot the deed to the earth that sprouts the vine. This is the year the eyes that sting from the poison that purifies toilets awaken at last to the sight of a rooster-loud hillside, pilgrimage of immigrant birth. This is the year that cockroaches go extinct, that no mother finds a cockroach embedded in the ear of an infant. This is the year that the food stamps of adolescent mothers are auctioned off like gold doubloons, and no coffee is given for the purchase of machetes for the next bouquet of severed heads in coffee plantation country. If the abolition of slave manacles began as vision of hands without manacles, then this is the year. If the extermination of concentration camps began as imagination of a land without barbed wire or crematoria, this is the year. If every rebellion begins with the idea that conquistadors on horseback are not many-legged gods, that they too will drown when plunged into the river, then this is the year.
Yeah.
So may every humiliated mouth, teeth like desecrated headstones, be filled with the angels of bread. Thank you. A little bit of Martin Espada there for y'all. So I'll round things out with another original poem. This is the first poem I ever wrote, going way back to 2005. All about climate change, envisioning a sustainable future. That's kind of what I'm trying to dedicate my life to these days. This poem's called The Earth Grows. The earth grows warm as our hearts grow cold, and lies are traded and bought and sold. We can no longer accept what we are told. We need a new vision, something bold to transcend false reality and learn to breathe free and create a world based around you and me. Not corporations and politicians repressing liberty. We need to speak together as one community because global warming is looming as a threat every day. CO2 makes our world hot and melts it away. And we the people suffer and choke on the ashes of the toxic fumes and the greenhouse gases. But in Washington, D.C., they're denying the facts as the government and coal companies sign business pacts. And as they try to keep the black rock flowing fast, they show just how much they are stuck in the past. And the Senate keeps trying to drill offshore, the latest chapter in the never-ending war on our environment. Destroyed, devastated, degraded, the assault on our land continues blind and unabated. Poisoned atmosphere, we have much to fear as global warming's effects become more and more clear. The diagnosis is in, Mother Nature is sick, the time for action's now, we've got to move quick, so know that another future is possible. One based on solar and wind and renewable energy, the key to setting us free from corrupt politicians and corporate hegemony. Yeah. We need to start demanding these alternatives so that we, our world, and its creatures may live. Start locally, in your community, and ask yourself, what do I want for me? To live in a world sick and choked by heat, where insecurity manifests itself on the street, where the world's oppressed peoples cry out in vain because we have all become numb to their pain. Or to live in a world where we all come together, enjoying a stable climate and weather, preserving our environment as a natural treasure and rediscovering our lives and spirits and pleasure. We're at a crossroads and the choice is ours. In this hour of darkness, we've got the power. The earth grows warm as our hearts grow cold. When will we warm up to the earth? Thank you.
Wow, thank you.